My one card reading again today. I've shuffled the cards, shuffled them until I felt there was time to stop. Took the top card and Seven of Wands. Yeah, Seven of Wands. A very interesting card, as they all are, because when we get into these cards and read about them, they really become fascinating. So here's what I've found out about this card, and here's what this card means to me. One says, the seven's a change, one's a spiritual. So it says, righto, what are you going to do with this success? Where are you going to go now? Because you can't stay. Once you're successful, you can't just be successful and say, right, here I am, I've got it, this is right for the rest of my life. Success doesn't work like that. Success means to be growing and developing all the time, becoming more and more of who you are. So now I'm being asked, well, how do I, right now, how do I not capitalize on the success in terms of material things, but how do I take this success to another level? How do I take my life to another level based on this success? Sometimes this card can mean there's people around you who are envious of you because you've got what they want, and they want it too. It can also be a bit of conflict because this is a time of change. The time of the 5 is another time of change, but that's a different giant. That's a time of confusion. This is a time you've been successful, and now what are you going to do with it? Who are you going to be? How are you going to make this success work for you? Because remember, we're on this planet now. This is a big school. We're learning all the time. Now you've got something you can learn more profoundly than ever, because that's the only way you've had the success before is because you've grown and developed. Now, how are you going to grow and develop it? And if you grow and develop more, what are you going to grow and develop into? So there's a lot of tension in this card anyway, because remember, you're being spiritually driven. I'm being spiritually driven. And yeah, in my own terms, good. I'm in the process of developing groups with the psychic work that we're doing, the psychic and psychology work we're doing. We're in the process of developing groups, and we've got the first one off the ground, and basically we now know what we're doing. But what are we going to do now? Okay, we got one group going, but hey, that's not a summer. One swallow doesn't make a summer. Now, how are we going to use this experience, use what we've got now? We've got the structure. How are we going to now do this to make this even go bigger, so more and more people get involved in what we're doing? So more and more people can grow and develop with what we're doing, because what we're doing is pretty, well, we believe it's very, it's out there, it's cutting edge, and it's right out there. And as I said, the results we're getting are just magnificent. Well, that's fine, but we want to be more magnificent than just for 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 people. We'd like, there's hundreds of people out there who can benefit from what we're doing. So that's what we're being challenged to do. And it's a great problem. I love this problem. I love the problem because what it's going to do is going to make me become a more evolved version of who I am, and that's exciting in its own right. So thank you for that, and I'll see you next time.